Hey, I'm Jaro, and I am extremely hyped for this episode because I love Rain Whispers, and I think Raeda might be my favorite ship right now. Like, I know I have the Lumity profile picture, but the bard lives in my heart. And how can they not? The skills, the charm. Also, they're non-binary? Like, they don't have any binary? That's so poggers. I'm excited to see the young Eda time period. Like, seeing young Raine and Eda is hype enough, but maybe somebody else familiar will show up, like Odalia and Alador, or maybe even Darius. Is this gonna be in the 80s? Like, is that where Eda is from? And maybe we'll be able to see if the Emperor's rule back then was any different than it is in their present day Boiling Isles. I think these flashbacks are gonna give us answers for the present though. So theory time over in the Discord, iSmartMan was saying that Raine's behavior could be tied to the memory tweezers. That's a spell they have. Maybe inner Raine is bound up, suppressed, or maybe memories were selectively removed. This is a Raine episode, so I'm hoping that some light is shed on that. Last of all, the title looks a little grim. It looks like Eda telling Luz why life doesn't work out sometime. Like, is Eda giving into heartbreak? Because if Eda is giving into heartbreak, Darius, turn on your location. I just want to talk. Literally, when the magic geriatrics are sad, I'm sad. I gotta talk out the hurt. Maybe it's not a sad episode though. Maybe it's a fun episode. Maybe I get to see Raeda be happy for 2 seconds. Let's see how that goes. Tornadoes. Petrification. She's learning existing ones that she saw in the journal. Meat magic. Yeah, don't want to go all Belos on things, huh?
Margin doodles are actually unfinished glyph combos.
Oh my gosh. It's still going.
I don't like that you're still thinking about that creep.
Best way to describe it.
Rain Whispers.
Got him on the mind.
Okay, Titans 5 humors.
Okay, that's fun. Lilith.
The day big fast.
Jeez. Siblings gotta be used to that, huh?
It's a waxing room, it's a 2-to-1 mix. They have to win and the black and crows lose their off, and you gotta double down to a 4-to-1.
Eda is a genius.
And us both getting in. We'll train together, help demons and witches together.
Take over the world together.
They were so cute.
Even the Titans shall gasp in fear.
This is the energy they brought when they faced off against that scammer. They could have been this for years. Oh. Hey, they were friends. Okay, when did they start hating each other? Was there a different headmaster? Whoa. Different principal.
Principal Faust, don't you think you're judging these students?
He was little.
They're already late to being early, and that's a slippery slope.
Dude, Bump is not as old as I thought he was.
You expelled the captain of our grudge me team because his shoes didn't meet your appropriately squeaky regulation.
It sounds like he hates
But
kids.
some students are irredeemable.
Bruh.
None of them are beyond redemption.
I like Bump a lot more. Yeah, he had that one coming, Eda. Oh, I forgot she made this. Did she make all of it?
Hey, Fausty.
Taking the fall for her sister.
Do you know why I keep you?
It's hard to say.
My innate talents, my unbeatable charm.
Young Eda reminds me of a different character. Rainbow Dash?
They have given me insight into the depravity that lurks within the minds of children.
This is just the normal school system, innit?
I thought there'd be more.
Her smug face.
You're close with your sister Lilith, I see. I expel you.
What? You can't do that. I'll be separated from Lily.
They were so close. It hurts me every time.
Fill the detention pit with green gelatin.
It was his birthday. He liked it.
The detention pit's birthday.
I'll do anything.
About to make a Faustian bargain.
Beyond redemption. Didn't you stake your career on it?
He's so full of hope.
Every year.
They have history, huh?
You expelled our most gifted student for chewing too loudly in the cafeteria. Disgusting monster.
He's just like this. So that's why she started having to be a winner.
You go with her.
Willow's dad?
I can't believe I agreed to this.
You can go 5 minutes without setting anything on fire, right?
Oh, the trials of an educator. She's just
I
staring.
know. Anytime you feel the urge to cause chaos, just squeeze. You will face some of your greatest competition here.
This is where she meets Raine? That's exciting. Nobody show up? Come on. They still had their scroll technology back then. Hello? Terra. I was kind of wondering.
Head witch of the plant.
Been raining for a long time, huh?
I'm head proctor for the
Still hanging it up.
help enhance coven.
Yeah, why didn't she just do that to begin with?
Welcome to Hand Intelligence, strength, and creativity.
That's Eda, all the way.
Failures will be ground into mulch for my garden.
Is she kidding? Is she not kidding?
Illegal? No, we'll see about that. won't we, children?
And this will be your partner. Now, close your eyes.
I'm in suspense for when Raine shows up. Hi, Jello fellow. Whoa! Could the slime have caught her?
I never should have come here.
A bit rigid, is it?
Even the free junk is junk.
Raine! Is their magic the same color? Still doing bard magic.
Don't worry, I didn't spit in it. Whoa! Hey, that's actually good. How'd you change the flavor? Changing the chemistry of a liquid with sound waves. See? Bard
They can
magic
do
is
that!
cool. People just don't give it a shot.
Did Raine expand the field?
Always the same boring activities, same boring faces.
Cause some havoc. Havoc together. Havoc together.
How'd you get those?
Is Eda gonna steal one of theirs?
Raine whispers.
Cute. I mean, what's teamwork? What's trust except this? Rube Goldberg machine, yes. They're a team. Goals, goals, goals.
Think fast!
Oh my god!
Come here, you're not like
You
the
fall
other
in
kids.
first, Eda?
Say to epiderm isn't cheap.
Different
but
schools,
If I get a scholar, what about
different
you?
Made a
background.
deal with the devil. Principal's become being used to embarrass our vice principal, as if he doesn't do that to himself already.
Poor bump.
Stinks,
No.
but I've got a sister at Hexside. She's kind of my only friend.
Only friend? Why did I think Eda would have a lot of friends? Stressed, are you, man?
You must be so proud of yourself.
Is she gonna make them battle each other?
Well, you shouldn't be.
Dude.
More activity.
Yeah, you're in the arena for a reason. Oh, death maze.
Coven witch? Or a wild witch?
That's
Coven
funny
witches,
how those
you
badges
have
worked out
20
for them.
minutes. I'll allow any use of magic. We're enhanced people. Let's have some fun.
Delightfully brutal.
I would have been such a good mom.
Girl, no! Stay a plant mom. Got the moves. You don't have to play by their rules, do you? Jeez. And how are you avoiding these thorns?
My parents say if I don't come home with a ribbon, I better not come home at all.
Harsh.
I heard there's this one kid who's been coming here for years.
Somehow they always have the best juice, and they don't share it with anyone.
Bard magic can be cool.
If we take them out, the rest should be a breeze.
But she bonded. Poor guy. Always in jail.
Your show is actually in violation of Child Safety Act.
They have those. That's incredible, mister. Throw them in the detention pit.
Will the Covens win or the Sprout?
All too familiar. Is Raine disrupting them? That's so cool. There's so much you can do with sound. It's cool that it's not just performance, but sound. What even is that? Illusion? Betrayal? Yes.
What are you doing?
A showdown, perhaps?
No.
Let's give them plenty
Allyship.
of room to fight.
Making children fight for sport. Are you really gonna fight? Yeah! Oh my god! Enchanted dance partners! Take it to the man.
Never a rose without a few thorns, I see.
Nor a few claw thorns. They could have teamed up for life.
Feisty witches do make the best leaders.
She would believe that.
I can't reward disobedience, so everyone is poisoned.
Wow!
That's illegal too. Oh, no one gets a ribbon this year. Everyone loses.
I hope this was worth it.
Lie, cheat, steal.
And you'll be expelled and probably end up selling garbage at the night market, but what a
She
way to
does.
go.
Pardon me. Expel? Is Fausty still playing more of his little game?
Yeah, you should have said something. Bribe that principal. Good. They were all sitting at the same table. What happened?
I love
boss, I was gonna get expelled, and then we wouldn't be able to. Ah, shoot! Sorry, Evelyn.
With
Gotta go.
not listening to Eda.
Go. Don't be late.
There were bees in a pod.
Oh, trade?
School transfer? School transfer!
I wanted to transfer out of Epiderm anyway, and apparently my parents always hated the cold on the knee.
Oh my gosh!
Okay,
She always drinks that now. Yeah, what is Kool-Aid?
I've never had apple blood before. This stuff is good.
Non-alcoholic, is it?
We were inseparable.
They fell asleep outside. How long has Luz been at it? Oh my gosh.
Ah, Raine. You better be okay.
Knew each other for years.
You know, I was just heartbroken.
Ugh, how much does Raine remember?
Keep drinking your tea, and you'll forget all about the pain.
Raine. A little whistle to alter it.
Raine.
Is Raine making sure it doesn't take effect completely? Alter the structure? That's the face I like to see. Ah! Something from Darius, maybe?
A draining spell.
Dude, I need to pause that.
I'm not putting her in danger again.
My
We'll
heart.
figure something
My
else.
heart. Part magic is damn cool.
I'll keep you safe, Eda. I promise.
Trying to do it alone. Ah! I need to rewind to see what that said. Channels power through 9 powerful witches, like the Coven, strange through the sigils. I mean, I have thought that Belos wants to try to physically unite the Titan with Connecticut. So that's gonna be quite the physical process, isn't it? The hand. Is there something binding the Titan on its wrist too? That's incredible. That was so cool! My little final thoughts notes here say, how long has Raine been breaking Terra's influence? Probably since Eda approached them at the parade, right? But no, I checked the episode. They blowed on their tea before drinking it then too. I didn't want to believe that they would hurt Eda like that. Like, forgetting who you are is pretty serious in my book. But apparently acting is something covered by the Bard track too. I am weak for that scene of Raine protecting Eda though. Self-sacrificial characters taking on an emotionally intense burden without telling anyone. That gets me every time. And the part of me that always wants to be more rational than characters and see my way out of a situation is like, Raine, maybe Eda doesn't want you to get hurt either. Maybe she would want to help. At the same time, who am I to tell Raine not to keep deeply emotional ordeals from the people they love? That's a tough one to quit. Other things that stood out in this episode, I guess Eda has always been an outcast. Like, to me, she seemed so cool. Genius, great sense of humor, fun to be around. But I guess with the Emperor in power back then, also things were in a similar situation. What is it, a 50-year reign? You got the same power structure, so probably the same type of bullies telling people to stay away from Eda, I guess. Instead of Basha, it would be Odalia in this timeline. Maybe Darius. I don't know. I love this season, but sometimes I miss seeing a powered up Eda. Like, she was the most powerful witch on the Boiling Miles at one point. It would be pretty cool to see more of Eda in her prime. Casting magic like is nothing. And then Eda and Lilith hurt to watch so much in this episode. Probably because I've recently tried to go over Lilith's parts in the show, but like, they start out so good and they get so bad. And this whole thing, they just want to be together. Honestly, this has me thinking of like alternate universes. Is anybody writing the fan fiction where they do rule the world together? Sister empresses. And even if they couldn't make it that far, they would be pretty terrifying under Belos too. Like if they both led the Emperor's Coven, or if they both got a high rank. They could have been teaming up this entire time. And seeing all this has really driven home how much Eda has lived a lonely life up until meeting Luz. I mean, yeah, she had King and Hootie and the Owl Beast tormenting her. But in season 1, sometimes I wondered, like, how is she getting close to this little stranger kid so fast? Yeah, Luz is adorable and charming, but now it's really clear she had a lot of love in her heart and was cut off from like half of her loved ones for decades. She put on a lone wolf act in the first half of the first season, but she needed someone. All her someones. Other thing that caught my attention, something worth theorizing about, although it was in the promo, so probably somebody covered it already, but the magic in this episode. Luz made one of those meat things that Belos used in the fight against her. I always thought that those were just something that he controlled the same way Willow controls plants, but we spent some time thinking the owl beast was just something that appeared also, so maybe those claw things could be parts of a creature that exists independently somewhere. It was moving around seemingly with a will of its own. Does a plant do that on the Boiling Isles? All that aside, it's just really cool to see Luz figuring it all out. I kind of wonder if she could make her own artificial magic staff if she wanted, or something even better, like combining wild and artificial magic. I mean, by now I think it's clear that whatever the Emperor was doing is just the highest degree of complexity that you can get with glyphs. There's gotta be a middle ground between that and wild magic. Lastly, Darius, Alador, Odalia. I have so many questions about them, but they are background characters. I don't know if they're gonna get answered. Like, they all probably stopped hanging out because Darius and Alador had different approaches to making abominations, but like it's kind of fun to think that something else might have been in the mix. Romantic betrayal, I don't know. Also, I saw some people being surprised that Darius seems to be a fellow defector within the Emperor's Coven. I am not really that surprised. He seems to like go with the flow and stuff, but like really looking at him, his motivations were hard to pin down. It's harder to figure out why he would blindly follow the Emperor, what's in it for him, why was he sticking with it. So he seems chill. It does not surprise me at all. I loved Faust, Terra, and Bump in this episode. They're just fun and cool character designs. But seeing Bump really makes me wonder about like the witch lifespan compared to humans. It's gotta be approximately equal, right? Unless years on the Isles are different, but I don't think they are. Belos had like a 50-year reign. This episode was like 30 years ago or something. And Principal or Vice Principal Bump looks like he has aged about the same time. So I wonder what else on the Isles lives a long time. I'm gonna be kind of pissed if it's only Philip Damn Widabane. The Collector seems to persist too, but what even is that? But yeah, that's my final thoughts for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Leave a comment if you feel so inclined. I love seeing theories. Although in the last video, I got a comment that was trying to argue that Amity would not have killed somebody. I'm not gonna die on any hill about this, but I really think that the Boiling Isles is a brutal place, and I think they have different standards, and I think that Amity wouldn't bat an eye about killing. She put the fairies in the pie. But maybe this episode is a point toward the argument that the Boiling Isles are not as brutal as certain things suggest to me. They apparently have regulations about child safety. God, I sound like Tara just now. Maybe this stuff only seems brutal to outsiders because we don't have the same healing magic that they do, and that's probably it. But it is going to be hard for me to shake the headcanon that this is like the more mature audiences show that the creators are said to have intended, and things happen outside of the Disney animation frame. So I guess if you're so inclined, so I guess that could be a bit of a comment prompt. Like, what's your headcanon for the Boiling Isles level of violence? Is it actually pretty brutal? Or is this a highly appropriate world for ages 6 to 11? See you next time, bye!